Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we're here to nourish our souls. I'm Norah, the host of this program, that's by Joanna de Angelis and Divaldo Franco. This is the book. We're in the last part. Friends, what can we say? Recommend this book. It is amazing. And speaking of that, we are in the amazing Christmas spirit. So here we are, just celebrating and just being in high spirits. And today's message is very, very empowering, because it is the power of prayer. What a beautiful gift. I mean, we really think about it, right? We need so much prayer. And today's message that Joanna and Divaldo bring to us, it's just very, very sweet. And it reminds us of a little symphony, friends. So, one thing, dear friends, that we can think about this. Have we ever noticed that after a prayer, the world seems quieter, almost lighter? And that's not our imagination, because we know that prayer changes vibration. It lifts our thoughts and opens a direct channel to the divine harmony that sustains the universe. And that segues us into the message that Joanna and Divaldo say. Prayer is, they say, sublime mechanism that enables a shift to a higher and subtler field of consciousness in the cosmos. To pray is to ascend the vibrational scale of the cosmic symphony. And yes, friends, we are like in a symphony of the universe, right? Joy to the world, as we love to sing here at Kardec Radio. So, friends, prayer isn't just words. It's movement. It's the Spirit's way of tuning itself to the divine frequency. So when we pray with sincerity, our thoughts rise above worry and noise, and to enter into this finer current of love, peace, and understanding. It's through prayer that we harmonize with God's music. And even if the world around us remains the same or is out of tune, our inner world begins to sing differently and tune in. In the Gospel according to Spiritism, right, chapter 27, ask and it shall be given. We learn through the spirits that prayer is an invocation, and through it, human beings enter communication with God. It may be for a particular purpose, for themselves, right, or for us humans, or for others. And Spiritism teaches us that prayer is both vibration and connection. So it's not meant to change God or anyone, it's to change us. Every time we pray with faith, we refine our consciousness and rise closer to the divine plane where love governs all things. Friends, have we ever read those beautiful texts by Andre Luis as well in the books? And when they're doing a prayer, he describes even like flowers in the air in such a beautiful way, because of that vibration, because of that connection. And it is that to us to reflect in our inner souls, that when we escape, when we pray, we're not escaping reality, right? We're elevating it, kind of like in that moment, or the several moments that Andre Luis brings to us, those beautiful moments of prayer in the books. And we see how prayer transforms. And in our level here, what does prayer do? It transforms chaos into calm, fear into trust, and confusion into clarity. And here we need to highlight, all of us, it doesn't always give us what we want. So yes, so we pray, and sometimes we don't get what we want, but we always get what we need. And that is the alignment with God's will. That's easier said than done. We've all been there. But if we practice, if we push forward, we learn, friends. We start to learn. It's all about us being open and receptive to that. So next time that life feels heavy, let us pause for a moment. Let us breathe, right? And let the words, silent or spoken, carry us to the ladder of peace that leads us to God, to the divine. So there's no formula, there's no secret prayer, there's no nothing. It's about being sincere, but also being in that alignment that it is up to God's will. And so for us to reflect tonight as a closing thought, prayer is that bridge between the visible and the invisible. And we can always go back to those parts of Andre Luis that describe to us those beautiful flowers. So when we pray, we can visualize something that brings peace to us: a candle, flowers, ocean, mountains, clouds, a color, something that symbolizes for us, if it helps. And if it doesn't, that's okay, friends. The only thing we need to remember is that this bridge is between the heart and the heavens, and that it needs to be sincere. And this prayer will add one more note to this cosmic symphony, a melody of trust, gratitude, and an eternal connection with God. What else do we need, friends? What a beautiful Christmas gift, this message for us to keep in our hearts, in our minds this week, as we are living our lives, as we are navigating, as we're doing what we got to do. Let us always keep in prayer for ourselves, for others, for the world, and let us trust at the end of the day. It's that trust, friends, is going to get us through, friends. That is today's message. Thank you so much for everything, and let us be in this beautiful Christmas spirit. Let us enjoy this month. Let us smile, friends, and see you next week, same place, same time. Let us remember to tune into other programs here at Kardec Radio. And let us always remember and truly believe that we are loved, friends. Bye.